The All Blacks are preparing for one of the toughest assignments in international rugby, and legendary former head coach Sir Steve Hansen believes that winning in South Africa will require far more than outstanding tactics, elite fitness, or individual brilliance. According to the two-time Rugby World Cup winning coach, the biggest factor behind success will be something supporters rarely get to see: the strength of the relationships inside the squad. When the pressure reaches its highest point, unity can become the difference between victory and defeat. As New Zealand prepares for an unforgettable tour against the reigning world champion Springboks, excitement is building throughout the rugby world. Every All Blacks squad announcement generates headlines, but this year's selection carries even greater significance. New head coach Dave Rennie is expected to name a much larger touring party than usual, creating opportunities for experienced internationals and rising young stars. While that expanded squad provides greater depth, it also presents fresh challenges that could influence the entire series. Drawing on years of experience, Sir Steve Hansen believes that creating a strong team culture will be every bit as important as selecting the best starting lineup. His warning is straightforward. If players begin forming small groups based on friendships, provincial teams, or personal connections, the All Blacks could lose the togetherness that has defined their greatest generations. Few places in rugby are as demanding as South Africa. Every tour pushes players to their physical and mental limits. The passionate crowds, demanding travel schedule, and relentless intensity of the Springboks create an environment unlike any other in world rugby. For New Zealand, the challenge extends well beyond the 80 minutes played on the field. It is about staying mentally sharp, emotionally connected, and fully committed throughout weeks of preparation, recovery, and competition. This year's tour brings another unique challenge. Instead of traveling with a traditional-sized group, Dave Rennie is expected to take a squad of 44 players. That larger group allows more athletes to gain valuable experience, but it also makes managing the squad significantly more difficult. While some players are likely to feature in the high-profile test matches, others will gain valuable minutes during midweek fixtures designed to build depth and prepare the next generation of All Blacks. Competition for places is a natural part of elite sport. Every player dreams of wearing the famous black jersey in a test match against the Springboks. When opportunities vary from player to player, disappointment can quietly develop if expectations are not managed correctly. Sir Steve Hansen understands those challenges better than almost anyone after leading New Zealand through some of the most successful years in rugby history. He believes the coaching staff must constantly remind every player that there is only one objective: to serve the team. Whether an athlete starts a test match or plays in a midweek game, every role has value. Every training session, every conversation, and every performance contributes to the overall success of the tour. That team-first mentality has become one of the defining characteristics of the All Blacks. While individual stars often dominate headlines, New Zealand's greatest achievements have always been built on collective effort. Players willingly put personal ambitions aside because they understand that representing their country is far bigger than individual recognition. Now the responsibility falls on Dave Rennie to preserve that proud tradition while introducing his own vision for the future. Since taking charge, he has encouraged players to express themselves with confidence and freedom. Many supporters believe the team has rediscovered an exciting attacking style that had gradually disappeared in recent years. The All Blacks have looked sharper with the ball, more decisive in key moments, and far more confident under pressure. However, South Africa presents an entirely different level of examination. The Springboks have earned their reputation as one of rugby's most complete teams. Their powerful forward pack dominates collisions, their tactical kicking game controls territory, and their disciplined defense forces opponents into costly mistakes. Every possession becomes a contest, and every error is quickly punished. Against a team of that quality, even the smallest lapse in concentration can completely change the outcome of a match. That is exactly why squad unity becomes such a valuable asset. As the weeks pass and the demands of touring begin to take their toll, players inevitably become physically exhausted and mentally drained. During those moments, the strength of relationships inside the squad becomes incredibly important. A few encouraging words from an experienced teammate can rebuild confidence after a difficult performance. Strong leadership can calm nervous players before a massive test match. Those unseen moments often influence results long before the opening whistle. Sir Steve Hansen also stressed the importance of senior players supporting newcomers entering the All Blacks environment. Every young player selected for the national team experiences enormous pressure. Wearing one of the most respected jerseys in world sport brings expectations unlike almost any other rugby nation. Many rookies naturally worry about making mistakes or proving they deserve their place. That is where experienced internationals must take responsibility. Rather than increasing the pressure, they should welcome new players into the environment, answer their questions, and encourage them to play with confidence. A positive atmosphere allows young athletes to settle quickly, trust their instincts, and perform to their full potential. This culture of inclusion has been one of New Zealand rugby's greatest strengths for decades. Countless former All Blacks have spoken about how senior players immediately made them feel accepted and respected from their very first day in camp. That welcoming environment helped transform talented individuals into confident international players. Another important figure returning to the All Blacks setup is leadership and mental performance coach Gilbert Enoka. While supporters often focus on attack coaches and defensive systems, Gilbert Enoka has built a remarkable reputation behind the scenes. During New Zealand's Rugby World Cup victories in 2011 and 2015, he played a significant role in developing leadership, resilience, communication, and mental strength throughout the squad. His influence helped create one of the strongest team cultures in modern sport. His return gives Dave Rennie another experienced voice capable of helping players manage pressure during one of the toughest tours in international rugby. Modern rugby is no longer decided by physical strength alone. Every international player possesses world-class fitness and exceptional skill. The biggest difference often comes from mental resilience. Remaining calm after conceding points, making smart decisions under pressure, and maintaining belief during difficult moments separate champions from everyone else. Few places test those qualities more severely than South Africa. Every stadium creates an intimidating atmosphere. Every collision demands courage. Every mistake is immediately punished by the Springboks. Visiting teams have very little time to recover mentally because the intensity never drops. Players must remain focused from the opening whistle until the final seconds. For Dave Rennie, this tour represents a major opportunity to demonstrate that his rebuilding project is moving in the right direction. Supporters have already witnessed encouraging signs. Several young players have matured rapidly, experienced stars have rediscovered impressive form, and the attacking style has become more dynamic and confident. Yet true progress will ultimately be measured against the world's very best teams. Defeating the Springboks in South Africa remains one of rugby's greatest achievements. That is why every training drill, every team meeting, every recovery session, and every conversation inside the camp carries enormous importance. Championship-winning teams are built through hundreds of small moments that supporters rarely witness. Success in international rugby requires complete commitment from every individual involved. Even players who never appear in the biggest test matches contribute by pushing teammates during training, maintaining high standards, and creating a positive environment throughout the tour. Their professionalism strengthens the entire squad. Having experienced countless campaigns throughout his coaching career, Sir Steve Hansen understands that trophies are never won by just 15 players. They are earned by complete squads working together with one shared purpose. As anticipation continues to grow, rugby fans around the world are asking the same questions. Can Dave Rennie successfully combine experienced veterans with ambitious young talent? Can the expanded squad remain united despite fierce competition for places? And most importantly, can the All Blacks overcome one of the greatest challenges in world rugby by defeating the reigning world champion Springboks on their own soil? Those answers will soon arrive. One thing, however, is already clear. This series will demand much more than strength, speed, or technical ability. It will require discipline, trust, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to the team above all else. If the lessons shared by Sir Steve Hansen are embraced, the All Blacks will travel to South Africa as one united group rather than a collection of individuals chasing personal success. In international rugby, that unity often becomes the deciding factor between unforgettable victories and painful disappointment. The countdown has begun, the rivalry is ready to ignite once again, and the entire rugby world will be watching as the All Blacks, guided by Dave Rennie, Prepare to face the mighty Springboks in another thrilling chapter of one of sport's greatest rivalries.